Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making 3 of my favorite Thanksgiving sides: cornbread dressing, a classic cranberry sauce, and my ultimate favorite, green bean casserole. First we're going to start off with the green bean casserole. Wash and dry your green beans. I like to cut the tips off both ends of my green beans and then cut them into manageable 1-bite pieces. Once you have all of your green beans cut, we're going to add it to the pot. We're going to cook our green beans in chicken broth. So add in enough cups of chicken broth or stock to cover your green beans. You can use water if you don't have either chicken broth or stock on hand. While that's cooking, we're going to chop up 1 whole onion and set it aside. You can use yellow onion too, it doesn't have to be white. I always use white. I rarely ever get yellow onions. Next we're going to prepare our mushrooms. I'm using whole mushrooms, but you can buy the pre-chopped if you're not a big fan of slicing mushrooms. If you are going to use whole mushrooms, be sure to clean off all the dirt first. In the pan on medium-high heat, we have 4 tablespoons of butter. I know that seems like a lot, but we've got a lot to saute in this pan. We're going to give our onions a quick head start before we add in our mushrooms. Add some shakes of black pepper and then add in the mushrooms. Once they've had a chance to shrink in size and are almost done cooking, add in the garlic. Garlic doesn't take that long to cook. Once it's done, take everything off the heat and set it to the side. Now it's time to mix everything. Once your green beans are done cooking and drained, add them to a big bowl. Add in our mushrooms and onions. One container of crispy fried onions, and 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. Give everything a good mix. Whoops, we forgot the salt and pepper. Add that in too. I know we added pepper earlier, but we're going to toss in some more for good measure. Dump everything into a 9x13 pan and cover the top with cheese. Into the oven it goes at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And there you have it, a delicious green bean casserole. Next is my husband's favorite cornbread dressing. His mom was kind enough to bake this cornbread for us in her father's cast iron skillet. Thank you, Becky. First, we're going to cut up all of our veggies. We're going to start by dicing up 1 whole onion and 3 celery stalks. In the pan, we have some melted butter, and we're going to add in our onions first before we add in the celery. Once they've had a few minutes in the pan, add the celery. We're going to season with 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and as soon as everything starts to look translucent, add in the 3 diced cloves of garlic. Like I said with the green bean casserole, garlic does cook rather quickly, so once it looks done and the house smells great, turn off the heat and set it to the side. This next part is great for kids that want to help in the kitchen. Stick your cornbread in a gallon Ziploc bag and tell your kids to break it up into tiny pieces. You want crumbs, lots of crumbs. And if you have small people, then you know they're perfect for this job. Crumbs are their specialty. You've seen their work with crackers, so you know they're fully qualified for this job. This is usually my husband's job, but today he had his hands full painting one of his miniatures. Once everything looks good and is about the same size, we're going to add it to a bowl. To the bowl, we're going to add the cornbread crumbs and our onion and celery mixture. Add in 1 teaspoon of sage and 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Here I use half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, but after adding in 2 cups of chicken broth and giving everything a good mix, I tasted it and decided that it needed 1 more half teaspoon of poultry seasoning, so I added that off camera. So altogether it's 1 teaspoon of sage and 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Now that everything tastes right, we're going to add in 2 eggs. into a baking dish and into the oven for 45 minutes uncovered at 350 degrees. And there you have it, some really yummy cornbread dressing. Now for our favorite classic cranberry sauce. To the pot, we're going to add in half a cup of water, half a cup of orange juice, and 3/4 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. Bring everything to a boil, and once the pot is boiling, add in your rinsed 12-ounce bag of cranberries and a pinch of salt. Turn the heat on low and let it cook for about 10 minutes. All of the cranberries should have popped open. I like to give my cranberries a quick mash. This helps break up the cranberries so there are fewer big chunks of cranberries in the sauce. And there you have it, a simple, quick, and easy cranberry sauce. I like to stick mine in the fridge to chill for about an hour. I hope you enjoyed watching me cook my favorite Thanksgiving sides. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Thanksgiving sides are. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel.